So it's been a while since I did the 10 underrated Love Live songs video, and I figured, you know what, it's time to do another batch because you guys said I should probably do one, so why not? Let's go talk about songs that don't get enough love, that often might be overlooked, or it's been a while and people just kind of forgot about them. So in my video, I'm going to be covering 10 songs that I feel need a little bit more appreciation, or I don't see that it's not popular anymore, that it's fallen off, or people have forgotten, or some people just straight up ignored the whole time. So I'm going to try to get a good variety of songs here. I'm not going to try to stick too much to a certain section or a certain group. And of course, there's no way I am able to hit every single song, so of course that's where you guys come to comments below. Please do recommend some other songs that I didn't hit on my list. And of course, if you're wondering where some songs, I checked the link in the description for the previous video. I have 10 other songs there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So first up, I want to hit the School Idol musical. The School Idol musical, of course, in itself might be underrated, but many of us just haven't really had the opportunity to see it because the staff doesn't really let us. So of course, that by whole nature could make it underrated, or in fact, we don't even know how to rate it. So I did want to highlight some songs from it. So yes, I could have probably recommended the theme song for it, but I think that's the easy cop-out answer, though I probably think that is my favorite song out of all the ones that I've listened so far. Though I will go on my way to recommend something different, and that would be Kirari, Hirari, Sakura. This one, of course, is definitely a little bit of a faster-paced song, and I feel like this could definitely be intriguing to other people. Now, of course, the School musical itself has a lot of songs that are very musical-like. It kind of has that kind of theme, so I'm trying to think something that will probably appeal more to not necessarily musical fans, because that's probably the ones who haven't really gone their way to really explore this. So this is probably my second favorite out of all of them. There's a handful of decent songs out there, so I definitely give a recommendation to try to listen to all the songs if you get the opportunity. For the second song, I want to go back to the first season of the Nichigaku anime. It's been a while since we had that, and I feel the love, the hype, and the conversation for a bunch of the songs in there kind of have vanished, and I feel like that is unfair. And while I get it, Season 2 had some great songs like Can You Blame People When They See Utopia? Or Emotion? Yeah, those songs kind of really beat a lot of some of the other songs there, and that's kind of unfortunate because I think there's some pretty good songs in there. And one in particular that I felt like that was kind of ignored even at the time would be Dream With You, the first solo song that Ayumu had in the first season. This song is something that I really like, and it's been my favorite Ayumu song so far. It's really got that style that Ayumu has, where, you know, she's trying to try her best and achieve her goals. And I really like the way to how this MV worked out, and I just find this a really fun song to listen to. For number 3, I'm not entirely sure how underrated this is, but I haven't heard a whole lot of people talk about this since it released, and that is Live With A Smile. And some of you might say, wait a minute, of course I know what that is. That was the song collaboration with Aqua, Nichigaku, and the first generation of Leela, the first OG5 girls. And that was really cool at the time because we haven't really had the cross collaboration of the groups in Love Live. And here we have a song where they're all singing together. That's really cool. And it's a pretty good song. It's not my favorite song, but this kind of thing is something that should truly be cherished, and it was at that time. But since then, people just kind of say, oh yeah, that was a thing and that was cool, but that's it. So I wanted to bring this back up again because maybe some of you who got into it more recently don't know about this. This was a pretty cool concept, and I think you guys should definitely give this song another listen if you haven't had it. And of course, there was also group versions of the song as well. So I wanted to talk about the Leela no Uta, or Songs of Leela. These were the MVs that played after each episode on Love Live Superstar for Season 1 and Season 2, and I'm assuming for Season 3 as well. And there are definitely a lot of songs in there that I feel that just are straight up forgotten about. And I get they're not necessarily the most popular songs, some are definitely slower, but none of them have that kind of style that really appeals to the general audience. It's not pop culture, it's not fast, it's not rock and all that. But I feel like that's unfair to the songs, and there are some songs that I definitely think worth listening to. One in particular I'm going to highlight is Deers. This had a Ren version and a Sumire version. Pick whatever you like. And I feel like, while yes, it is a little slower, it's a pretty nice song to listen to. This is very much up Ren's alley, and it definitely really melds well with her very beautiful voice. Of course, you don't have to necessarily listen to Ren's version or Sumire's version, and there's just plenty of other songs in the Leuta that aren't exactly this slow. So there are songs like Ringing, for example, if you want something that's a little bit faster paced. For number 5, I wanted to pull out a little older song from Muse. So one song that I know that not a lot of people ever talked about, which was the song that was paired in Yume no Tobira. And I get it, Yume no Tobira, that's the song that everyone hypes and likes a lot. But the B-side never really gets talked about, and that one is Sentimental Steps. This is a song that I've always liked and kind of preferred over Yume no Tobira, don't hate me, but I really like this one. It's got a really nice song and melody to it. It's very much got that classic Muse feeling. It's uplifting, it's catchy, a little bit of a goofy kind of beat to it, but overall the song you can find yourself definitely singing to. So I would definitely recommend giving this song a chance, because I don't think it ever really got one. The counter with Muse, we got a little bit more of a recent song by Aqua, Nando, Datte, Yakusoku. So this one kind of came and went. This is probably more up your alley if you kind of like those faster, upbeat songs. This one definitely really has a lot of that energy that you can definitely find yourself dancing to. I personally find myself really liking pretty much every part of the song, but of course the chorus is the highlight, where that is where you really find yourself jamming to the song. So definitely a song I figured that some people just kind of didn't talk much about ever since it came out. It was kind of like, it came out, cool. Anyways, let's get to some other news. And that's, since then, there hasn't been much buzz about the song. So now I'm going to hit Azena, a subunit where I feel a lot of people have their own very strong opinions about. Some hate them, some love them. But in general, I feel that Azena itself does have a decent amount of quality songs, and a lot of people just kind of ignore them because it's Azena. And I don't think that's necessarily fair. There are a decent amount of songs that people still do listen to, but I feel one song that people have forgotten from Azena is Kakushiaji. And now I'm not going to pretend like I'm not one who forgets the song sometimes, because I even forgot this in some of my top Love Live song list. But this is actually a song that I do recommend some people listening to, because this has a bit of that, I don't know if jazz was the right word, but you can hear from the get-go, it comes out strong. It has the person on drums hitting their sticks, and then you have the guitar playing. And I think it's just a fun song where, they sing and you got someone playing the piano. And I just find this one something that could be really enjoyable to listen to. And of course, it's not everyone's style. That's, of course, understandable. But for the people who probably like a little more that kind of a jazz kind of element or in certain songs, I feel this potentially might be up your alley. Moving on to the first season of Love Live Superstar, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite songs from that season. That is Starlight Prologue. So Starlight Prologue is more or less this anime's version of Snow Halation. Yes, not as popular, but I really like this song, and I know it can be a little slow, but I was surprised at how much people just kind of forgot about this song. even back then, people weren't saying that, yeah, this is my favorite song out there. Other people were looking at songs like Nonfiction, which of course really overshadowed this song. And I don't think that's fair. This has a wonderful stage, some really nice outfits that I like a lot. But overall, this is just a song that kind of has that true, genuine emotion that kind of invokes a similar feeling like Snow Halation. And that's not just because the stages are similar, and yes, it was both songs that were played towards the end of the season. But this definitely kind of has a kind of similar emotion that song has. And I don't know if that necessarily translated to everybody who watched it and listened to the song, but for me personally, this is a song that I really enjoyed, and perhaps it is definitely worth a second chance. And going for number 9, definitely a song that I really underappreciated until I was forced to listen to a lot more, and that was Sweet Eyes. Sweet Eyes by Nijigaku was a song that I came more familiar with because I had to keep playing it in All-Stars. Rest in peace, All-Stars. This one's a pretty good song, honestly. It's really catchy, and once you get into the verses and each girl sings their part, you can really get into a groove. And this was just a song that I wasn't expecting to like a lot, because when I listened more and more, I was like, you know what, this is pretty fun. So I definitely recommend giving this a shot, because perhaps this might be you as well. And then last but not least, I'm going to be hitting something from Hasuna Sora, because of course I should hit something from Hasuna Sora. And the one I'm going to be getting from is going to be from Orchestra. And one of the songs that I feel that have really been overshadowed from Orchestra is Scapegoat. I was kind of surprised seeing that this was definitely one of the less popular songs from Orchestra, but this one's got a really cool beat to it, and I just find the sounds really unique, and it definitely kind of gets that really gothic almost kind of image that Orchestra really strives for. And I really like the way that the vocals mix in this song. Overall, I just found this a really cool song to listen to, and of course it's not necessarily my favorite, but I find this one really fun to listen to. So hopefully this video was able to provide you with a handful of songs that might interest you, and some of them that I guess that some of you already do like. But I wanted to cover a handful of songs, try to cover a bunch of different sections and different areas of Love Live. So of course there are plenty of other songs that I didn't hit. This list was not exhaustive, and I could always do more and more of these. There are a lot of songs in Love Live, over 500, in fact over 600 at this point, so there are definitely some songs that just tend to be forgotten. But of course, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below, and what are some other songs that you guys would recommend, songs that you feel are underrated, songs that you didn't give a serious chance until someone told you or something else made you try it, and then you realize how good it is. Because to be truthful, there are a lot of good songs out there that some people just don't give it a chance after the first few tries, or they just don't hear about, or they just forgot about. So hopefully this video, as well as a combination of comments below, can help you find some more Love Live songs that you guys will enjoy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.